Hello friends, this is the 12th lecture. Welcome back to our classes on feminism. Now we have got some more some minor points to consider, that is ecofeminism. Ecofeminism, that's one. So that is, ecofeminism links ecology with the feminism. See, there's a connection between, they say that there's a connection between women and nature. Both are being exploited by patriarchy, that's the point. Both are exploited by patriarchy. Vandana Shiva, she is a proponent of this, that is ecofeminism. Vandana Shiva, that is her name, Vandana Shiva. And this ecofeminist, they are criticizing the male-dominated game, we can say, golf. Because for playing golf, you require a range, golf range they go. And a lot of land is taken for that, and also you can see the destruction of sometimes bush or even trees like that. So that may be the reason why they are against this game of golf. And then we have got another approach called post-feminism. Susan Bolottin's 1982 article. Susan Bolottin. Her Bolottin, that's the name, Bolottin. Her 1982 article, Voices of the Post-Feminist Generation. Voices of the post-feminist generation. Now, post-feminist is not like post-structuralism. Post-structuralism, you have got a multiple voices. So now, post-feminist, they say that it's high time that we leave all these things. See that because feminism has already achieved all its goals. So let's move away. Don't cling on to this, saying that there is gender inequality, there is no equal pay and things like that. Well, let's go on, empower ourselves. That's the best thing to do, instead of crying like this. Okay, then the next one is French feminism. French feminists, Hélène Cixous. We saw her in one of our lectures, Cixous, C-I-X-O-U, Professor Cixous, C-I-X-O-U-S, Professor Cixous. So that is, what she says is the French feminists say that they reject Enlightenment theories. Enlightenment theory thinking of that it's all male-dominated. Male-oriented and male-dominated. That's French feminism. I said traditional writings and philosophy are all phallocentric. Phallocentric, that is what Professor Cixous says. All the traditional writings and philosophy, they are phallocentric, that means male-centered. Understand that is. And now, of course, we have got Indian feminism. What is so particular about Indian feminism? When we are saying all this in French feminism, we must also think about that. What do you see in Indian feminists? You have got a number of them. You see, for example, Mathew, and then you have got Mathew Krishwar, Brinda Karat. She's very familiar, Brinda Karat. And they are feminist social workers and politicians. So we have a group of them, Mathew, well known. I need not give you any introduction about that. Then you have got essays and social critics who highlight feminist issues in their writings in English. So writing in English, that means you can reach more people. Such people you can see Rajeshwari Sundararajan. So the list is too long, so I don't think it is, when I start writing you will get bored, so if you have time, then I think better you write down. And also Indian names are not very difficult. If I say Cixous, how will you write? So I have to write it here, but Rajeshwari, a common name. Rajeshwari Sundararajan, Leela Kasturi. These are people who social critics essays who highlight feminist issues, women's issues, they write in English. Then you have Sharmila Raje, Sharmila, and Vidyut Bhagat, Vidyut, V-I-D-Y-U-T, V-I-D-Y-U-T. See? So Vidyut Bhagat, Bhagat, you know, Bhagat is a common name. And Arundhati Roy, very famous, very famous. Arundhati Roy, it was her mother, Mary Roy, who actually fought single-handed to gain property rights for Christian women. In Christian community, women were not given property rights, but she fought single-handed and managed to get it. Mary Roy. And her daughter Arundhati Roy, you know, a very revolutionary writer, isn't it? Yes. So God of small things, author of God of small things, I think you know that, isn't it? Yes. So they are critics, social critics and so on. Arundhati Roy also. And then you have got the eminent Indian writers, see, who link sexuality with feminism and adequate women's rights. You know, very famous is Sarojini Sahu. You have come across Sarojini Sahu? Kusum Ansal, another person. Kusum Ansal. Sarojini Sahu, Kusum Ansal, then Amrita Pritham. That is very famous, I think. Amrita Pritham, this. So you have got about 9, 10, 11, half a dozen, no, a whole dozen, you can say, people know. Mathew, Mathew Padkar. Among these, some of them are very famous, globally famous. Global fame they are there. For example, Mathew Padkar is one. Then you have Arundhati Roy, yes, Arundhati Roy. You have, then other writers are there, Shobha Day. See, you might be reading her features now, her articles in the Hindu, Shobha Day and so on. So they are great women, you can see, who are fighting for women's rights. And what are the things that they are interested in? They are addressing, fighting for individual autonomy, for example, individual autonomy. Then political rights. Political rights means in India we have got the right to vote, but other things, representation. So 1/3 of 2/3 and things like that. Now they are fighting for that kind of rights. Then social freedom they must have. Then tolerance, that is, you know, you can see now many in newspapers and so on. The male intolerance you can see. So there's cooperation, the non-violence and diversity. These are all issues they address. The reproductive rights and abortion, right to abortion, right to divorce, equal pay, then right to education. Even now you can see, although we have got many women's colleges and so on, still you can see when you compare the percentage of boys, the male and female, when you see compare, you will find that the percentage is higher as far as male population concerned. Then you have maternity rights, like maternity leave. Just 9 months is not enough, 6 months. I think there is already, this is being mooted, that is about 2.5 years of maternity leave with certain conditions, I don't know exactly. Then breastfeeding and gender stereotypes against domestic violence, into domestic violence, is still there. Of course, we don't hear these days dowry death, so dowry death is one manifestation of that is domestic violence, discrimination, sexism, then objectification, and issues related to sex workers and prostitution, and all those things you can see. So that is about Indian feminism. You have got very strong writers like Shobha Day, Arundhati Roy, then you have got political area working, Mathew Padkar, she travels around many places. Wherever there is a real problem, she is there in the forefront and she will be fighting for that. And very often we see that she is a newsmaker. Like Arundhati Roy is Amrita Pritham is a newsmaker. Like, understand? So that is about different approaches, different varieties and so on, you can say, about feminism. Remember I told you about in the beginning now, there is a playful plurality. You remember in my first lecture, introduction I told you. Now the next point we have to consider is feminist theory. What is meant by feminist theory? Feminist theory means extension of feminism into theoretical and philosophical fields. Any theory or any philosophy, if you extend this feminism, what is feminism means? Like liberation of women, see, equality, feminism. So there are five. These issues we have seen. Global issues are there, local issues are there, Indian issues are there. There are racial, different races, different colonizer. All these things we have already seen. Aborigines like Salim Morgan's My Place. See, so we saw multiplicity of problems, and so you have got multiplicity. There's no essentialism and things like that we have already seen. Now what is left is this, that is what is this feminist theory. If you extend these ideas into a theory, that means, say for example, Marxist feminism is a theory, isn't it? And then you have got it's a philosophy for example. Philosophical, if you discuss, or philosophical discourse, if you allow feminism to enter, then it becomes theory. Or psychoanalysis, say for example. That is an area where anthropology, see, economics, politics, see. So these are all gender studies. These are all theoretical areas where. And what are their aims? The aim is to understand the gender inequality. Because when you have theory, you have got without principle there cannot be practice. That is a fact, So because as we have seen, the advertisement goes, an idea can change the world. What changes the world is an idea, not practice. Practice comes next. Idea first. The concept first. So theoretical, in the theoretical plane, feminism has to develop. And then naturally it will be put into practice. Understand? I think one of the weaknesses that we find in many of the feminist movements is there is theoretically it is weak. There's no coherent theory, That's what I think. So please do not misunderstand me, and also don't fight with me for this. So aims, you understand gender equality, then gender politics, then power relations and sexuality. These are the aims that they are trying to. And themes explored are. These are the aims. What are the themes explored in feminist theory? Is discrimination, then stereotyping. So that's the area where we can say discrimination. We can apply this to all places. No, that's a universal application. And then it becomes a theory. And you can use it in, so you can trace the reasons for this in anthropology, in psychoanalysis. And then what will happen is that in philosophy, and then you see what happens is it just got a theoretical stereotyping, objectification. When and how all these things happen, oppression, then also you can see patriarchy. Of course, that is, whatever you say, the discourse of patriarchy, that we have to see how it will happen. So you remember in my introduction I told you, when you were hunter-gatherers, no problem. Agriculture, no problem. But when the whole thing happened is, I think it is, as many other people think, it's family. Family and then patriarchy. Understand? So these are the issues. I think we have covered quite a lot about right from our introduction to our various approaches like ecofeminism, post-feminism, French feminism, Indian feminism, feminist theory, then aims, themes, explore. Aims of feminist theory and themes explore. What are the main themes? Already we have seen discrimination, stereotyping, objectification, oppression, patriarchy. These are the themes explored. And when you explore these things, then you will see that male dominance. Patriarchy itself is enough. The patriarchy, the discourse relating to patriarchy. That is what Foucault says. The difference between Marxism and Foucault's approach is to power is, Marxist theory says that power is with the capitalists only. But Foucault says that no, everywhere. You will find the discourse of power intruding everywhere. Every discourse you will find. every practice. In every cultural practice you find. So that's what it was, a power. And this same thing happens here also, power. And finally, I have 2 or 3 times I have quoted Russell, the strong will bully the weak. What to do? So what we have to do is that everybody has to become strong. When you are strong, the strong cannot bully the strong. Isn't it? Of course, there is a tendency, this is natural, that the strong will bully the weak. Right? Yes. So, for the time being, we will wind up this inquiry, and we will tomorrow, from the next class, we will get into a feminist literary criticism. How literary criticism has been affected by this feminist philosophy or feminist theory. That's what we are going to explore in 1 or 2 lectures in the coming days. So till then, bye. Have a nice day. I hope that you have been following. Very good. Be cheerful. Take everything easy. See you again. Fine.